I am Mensa. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 444. Okay, so we're gonna get into some reverse London then. And they've done some different moves here than I'm usual. So I will just get something a little familiar. And I always get things developed very efficiently, and it seems to always be good. So this bishop can come up here, and then I'm going to get this mountie up. And I almost feel like I want to have this pawn moved up and make a real trident, and then have my mountie eventually put over to here. So I think I'm going to actually do a little bit of a different thing here and get really uh, however you'd like to call it. We'll get our king into some safety, perhaps. Well, let's see here first. Yeah, let's do it. And then we'll get our mountie here and then to here, provided that we can do that. And we could also possibly think of trying to get the mountie over onto the king side, though this one is doing a fine job. If I put it elsewhere, uh, right now it can go here eventually and attack the queen. Okay, so that knight is going to come in, and we're going to connect our rooks. The first move we have to do is get that mountie out of the queen's way. And then once we get our queen here, we can get our rooks on this file and start trying to blow it open over here. We have not activated anything in that file at the moment. If I see this one here is fine. That pawn right here is kind of nicely doing another defense on that, though here comes that. So if I double my rooks first, we have this square with our bishop and our rook. So if I go there, he takes. And if he doesn't, I take. So I could just continue my development as much as I can. My queen likes to get up and allow my rooks to connect, and I'd like to get them on the same file together. Okay, so that is coming in. It is also on that square now, so we might actually have to be considering to have this knight removed from that square somehow and put this pawn up. So we'll get our other rook over. Because if I push the pawn, there's two pawns going to be taking, and I don't want to go piece against pawn. If I go here with my knight, it could be taken by that knight, and then the queen also. So there's two on that, and I have my pawn only defending that. So this rook is going to come over to here. Oh, is it my turn? Oh, it is. Okay, so stop. I'm looking at it like it's the opponent's turn. So we're going to start trying to get this advanced. And they are doing the first advancement. So I take, and I'm looking at that there. Because if he takes, then he's got nothing on there, but I would just take and be like that. So is the rook going to come down and take that pawn? Because I could also consider letting him take it because I'm looking at that knight, which is undefended. If he takes this, it is defended by rooks and queen. So this bishop is looking, wait, this bishop is looking at that rook right there. I see. Okay. So I will exchange that. Would I take, would he take back with his rook or his knight? Well, either way, I'm winning a rook for a bishop. Okay. And he takes with the knight, which was hanging there anyway, but I figured that taking the rook was a better piece to be taken. Now this is still sitting here and the queen defends it. My queen attacks it also. So if I take and then he can't take back because the queen would be the only taker back. So I could also move this knight. Okay, let's take that pawn because now my rook is looking there, and if I attack it with a knight or something, then it could be pretty dangerous for them. So my knight can come up here. He can obviously take, and then I would take back. He's putting his knight back where it was undefended, so my bishop is going to just take advantage of that and take it. And then I see that moving the knight to here seems good because that bishop there, okay, I see he's bringing his rook over, attacking that pawn, which is defended, which the queen is also on that, so my knight could get in between there, and I don't think he's going to take with his queen, so he would be having to do something else, and if I'm up +6, then I want to remove as many pieces as possible. If this knight comes over here, then it's the same scenario. It is attacking that bishop. And so if I do that, I'm taking a defense off that pawn. That is very huge. So yes, let's do it. The queen can't just take it. I've got 2 pawns defending that. The knight is up on pillars. And we've got our bishop causing some problems because there's not very many places for things to go. So he moves his knight there. My knight's looking at it, and I don't see anything. Oh, I see the queen defending it, so. If I right now take that bishop, he's going to want to take back with the queen. And if he doesn't, then I take his rook. So I think if I take that first, there's a little problem. Okay. Because if he takes this, then I take his rook. Oh, he's putting me in check there. Okay, so that wouldn't be very. Now he takes the defense off this knight. That's not attacked, so we will do that. Okay, the queen is coming back to defend that. Attack my knight. This here is, if I take it, well, I take it with my rook. That seems rather dangerous, but I don't want to just leave my knight there to hang. Get back here. And this can obviously, if it goes up, then I've got 2 pawns on that square. My bishop is looking at things. What did they just take something? Okay, if I take that, then he wins my queen, so that is no good. And if I take that right now, then with my rook, is there some other things that can really cause really a lot of danger for them? I think taking that pawn is very dangerous for them because then my rook can come up here. And he may be looking at that, but my queen will be protecting it. So we will go up to there. And this is protected. Protected. Okay, we see everything is protected. If the queen moves in any way, the rook is dead. And that bishop over here is doing some stuff over there. And the okay. So now if I take, he takes me back the pawn. And then I take the pawn with my bishop or my rook. And then my queen can get over there. Okay. If that's not under attack. If I take there, okay, and if I take it with the bishop, I'm stopping a lot of things from going over here now. Right now the king is trapped on the back here. If there's a way to get the queen somewhere where she can't get back there, then there's a chance of a back rank mate. So we will take the pawn with the rook. Obviously, right now, if I go here, he can put queen in defense. Okay. So if I go check, it's protected by the bishop. And he has to put something in the way. If he puts the bishop in the way, am I going to go taking that, or am I going to cause some other problem? Queen could come here and get more problem in the action here. Okay, so check, and obviously something has to get in the way. This can get in the way. Is there a way I can check them and win some peace? If my queen was over there, it might be a little more dangerous, but we'll go. We'll go check. Yeah. And now, is there something that knight? If that knight goes right there, can be taken by the bishop. And then the pawn takes it back, and then the queen's sitting there looking at one another. Okay, so it would be knight, bishop take, I take, and then he just takes my queen. So no, that doesn't work. Okay. My queen, knight goes here. This is not under attack. My knight can there. My queen. Really, I feel like something should be able to be happening here. So if I bring my knight here, it is stopping. Now the pawns can move. Is there another space the knight can go that would attack something that, like the queen? Okay, no, not there, not there. Here it is attacking that. My queen could come here, could come. Queen comes here. It has to come maybe to. Gotta figure this out. What if I push pawn up here? um, my queen's gonna go there. It was looking at the knight, the bishop, which I needed to protect. And now, if that. If this knight. Okay, it's going over there. So now, if I bring the queen. Oh, they've resigned. They may have realized that now my queen can come here, and there's two things going in there. So I think there was a little bit of danger there. Okay, well, that was a good game. Thanks for watching. Bye.